A former slot technician just revealed 13 secrets that could change everything you think you know about casino gambling. What these insiders are saying will shock you, but more importantly, it could save you thousands of dollars. Secret number one, the tilt button isn't what you think. Most players have never even heard of the tilt mechanism built into every single slot machine on the casino floor. And that's exactly how casinos want it. Former slot technicians report that these hidden sensors were originally designed to detect tampering, someone shaking or hitting a machine trying to manipulate results. But according to documentation from former employees, modern tilt systems do something far more invasive. They log what casinos call aggressive play behavior. Every time you hit those buttons a little too hard, every time you slam your hand on the machine in frustration, the system is watching. It's recording, and it's building a profile. Here's a story that illustrates exactly how this works. Marcus was a regular at a major Las Vegas casino, visiting 2 or 3 times a month. He thought he had a good relationship with the staff. He'd been playing slots for years. But what Marcus didn't know was that casino systems had flagged him in their database. According to insider reports, his aggressive button pressing during losing streaks identified him as what they call an emotional player. Former floor managers reveal that this data gets used to identify people who are statistically more likely to chase losses. Marcus would get targeted promotions right after his worst losing sessions. He'd receive free play offers precisely when he was most vulnerable, most likely to come back trying to win it all back. The tilt sensor wasn't just protecting the machine, it was profiling him psychologically, and Marcus had no idea any of this was happening. But if you think that's invasive, wait until you hear secret number two. Secret number two, they can change your machine remotely. This is something most players assume is impossible, but former employees confirm it's happening right now on casino floors across the country. Modern server-based slot machines can have their return-to-player percentage adjusted without anyone ever opening the cabinet. Casino managers can modify payout percentages from back-office computers, and according to insider reports, some casinos lower RTP during peak hours when machines are most occupied. Jennifer thought she was losing her mind. She had a favorite machine she'd played for months, and she swore it felt different on weekend nights. The bonus rounds seemed harder to trigger. The base game hits felt less frequent. Her friends told her she was being paranoid, that it was just variance, just bad luck. But then she talked to a former slot technician who confirmed her intuition was absolutely correct. According to documentation from former employees, her casino was running dynamic RTP adjustments, lowering the payout percentage during high traffic periods. And here's the thing, this is completely legal in most jurisdictions, as long as proper regulatory notification is filed. The casino doesn't have to tell you, they don't have to post a sign. Your favorite machine can become a completely different game, and you'll never know what happened. And speaking of things they change without telling you, secret number three is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about casino floors. Secret number three, hot and cold. Machine myths are planted by casinos, that's right. Those legends about machines being due to hit or running cold aren't just superstitions that spread naturally among players. Former casino marketing employees reveal they deliberately cultivate these myths as part of their floor strategy. According to documentation from insider sources, casinos strategically place winner signage and flashing lights near certain machines to create the illusion of hot zones. But here's the manipulation. These marketed hot zones are typically filled with lower denomination machines, surrounded by high hold machines with terrible return to player percentages. The psychology is brilliant in its cruelty. Players see the winner notifications, the celebration lights, the posted jackpot amounts, and they migrate toward these areas like moths to flame. Rita's story is heartbreaking because it's so common. She spent $800 chasing what she believed was a hot machine that had just paid out a $12,000 jackpot. She watched it happen. She saw the winner. She thought the machine was running hot, that it was in a giving cycle. But here's the reality that former technicians want you to understand. Each spin is completely independent. Previous results don't affect future outcomes. That machine wasn't hot. It was just a machine. and its random number generator had no memory of what just happened. Rita was chasing a myth that the casino had deliberately planted in her mind through strategic signage and celebration protocols designed to draw crowds. But what makes this manipulation even more clever is how they use your own loyalty against you. Secret number 4. Slot clubs are designed to make you lose more. That player's rewards card you scan every time you sit down? Former pit managers report it's doing far more than tracking points for free buffets. According to internal documentation, casino systems use your card data to build comprehensive profiles of your betting patterns, your win-loss ratios, your time on device, even your emotional patterns throughout sessions. They know when you typically quit. They know how much you usually lose before walking away. They know your breaking point. And they use this data to send targeted promotions precisely when you're most vulnerable. David received free play offers like clockwork, but he didn't notice the pattern until a former casino host explained it to him. Every single time he went 2 weeks without visiting, right when he decided to take a break from gambling, his phone would buzz with a promotion. According to insider reports, iCasino algorithmic systems identify players entering what they call cool-off periods, and they deploy retention offers designed to break your resolve. The industry term for this practice is reinvestment prevention. They're not rewarding your loyalty. They're exploiting your addiction patterns, using your own behavioral data as a weapon against your willpower. But wait until you hear what they're tracking that has nothing to do with your gambling at all. Secret number 5, they're watching your facial expressions. Modern casinos use facial recognition technology for far more than security and identifying card counters. Former surveillance employees reveal that documentation suggests some casinos deploy emotion detection AI systems that analyze your facial expressions in real time. According to insider reports, this software identifies frustration, excitement, and intoxication. But here's where it gets really invasive. Based on reports from former floor managers, some systems flag players showing about to quit body language for immediate intervention. Sharon experienced this firsthand without understanding what was happening. She'd been losing steadily for 90 minutes, and she stood up from her machine, ready to leave. Within 30 seconds, a floor manager appeared at her side, offering a complimentary drink and asking how her day was going. She thought it was friendly customer service. But a former surveillance operator later explained that her body language, checking her watch, looking toward the exit, pushing her chair back, had triggered an automated alert. Someone was dispatched to keep her playing. This technology exists right now. It's completely legal, and casinos rarely disclose they're using it. You're being psychologically profiled in real time, and your own face is betraying your intentions. And if you think that's manipulative, secret number 6 is going to shock you. Secret number 6. Near misses are programmed to feel like wins. Former game designers have come forward to expose one of the most psychologically manipulative practices in the entire slot machine industry. According to programming specifications obtained from insider sources, slot machine reels are deliberately weighted to land just above or just below jackpot symbols far more frequently than random chance would allow. Think about the last time you played slots and you saw 2 jackpot symbols line up perfectly, and the third one landed 1 position away. You probably felt your heart race. You probably thought you were so close. You probably kept playing because you almost had it. That feeling wasn't an accident. It was engineered. Internal data suggests these near-miss outcomes can occur up to 30% more frequently than true random distribution would produce. And here's what makes this so insidious. Neuroscience research shows that near misses activate the same reward centers in your brain as actual wins, even though you just lost money. Your brain is being tricked into feeling good about losing. Tom sat at a Buffalo machine for 6 hours straight because he kept almost hitting the bonus round. 2 scattered Buffalo symbols would appear, and the third would land just off the screen, just barely visible at the edge of the real window. It happened over and over again. He told his wife he could feel the bonus round coming, that he was so close he couldn't walk away now. But what Tom didn't understand, what the casino was counting on him not understanding, is that those near misses were programmed to occur at elevated frequencies specifically to keep him in his seat. He wasn't getting close to winning. He was experiencing manufactured false hope, and it cost him $4,000 that night. Before I reveal secret number 7, I need your help. If this information is saving you from these manipulations, smash that subscribe button right now. Drop a comment telling me which secret has shocked you most so far, because secrets 7 through 9 reveal how casinos manipulate time itself, and you're not going to believe what former designers are saying about the environments they built. Secret number 7. Casino environments are designed to distort time. Former casino architects and designers have revealed documentation showing the deliberate removal of every possible time cue from gaming floors. No clocks anywhere. No windows to show whether it's day or night. No natural light that changes as hours pass. But it goes even deeper than that. According to insider reports, carpet patterns are specifically designed to encourage forward movement toward gaming areas, and floor layouts are deliberately maze-like to prevent easy exits. Psychological research cited by former designers indicates that players lose track of time 40% faster in windowless environments with artificial lighting. Margaret walked into the casino at 2 in the afternoon. She planned to play for maybe 90 minutes, 2 hours maximum. When she finally checked her phone, it was 8 o'clock at night. 6 hours had vanished. She had no idea where the time went. The lighting never changed. The energy of the room never shifted. There were no external reference points to anchor her perception of passing time. A former casino designer later told her this was completely intentional, that every element of the space was calibrated to make time disappear. And while the old myth about casinos pumping in oxygen is just urban legend, the manipulation of lighting frequencies, sound patterns, and spatial design to distort time perception is absolutely real and extensively documented. Secret number 8. Bill validators are calibrated for psychology, not just money. Former slot technicians report something that sounds minor, but has massive implications for how much you lose. According to their accounts, bill acceptors in slot machines are designed to accept $100 bills more smoothly and quickly than $20 bills. The difference is subtle, but it's deliberate. The psychological principle is devastatingly simple. Larger bills feel less real than smaller denominations. When you insert a $100 bill and it smoothly glides into the machine, converting instantly into credits, you've created psychological distance from the actual value of your money. According to internal memos obtained by former employees, casinos actively prefer players using $100 bills because once cash becomes credits on a screen, ice spending psychology changes dramatically. Research studies referenced by former casino consultants show players using credits bet 30% more aggressively than those using physical coins. Kevin inserted $500 in $100 bills, and it was gone in 20 minutes. When he tried to reconstruct what happened, he realized he would never have made those bets with physical cash in his hand. But once it became 5,000 credits on a screen, it stopped feeling like real money. It became points in a game. And speaking of psychological tricks that exploit how your brain processes risk and value, the next secret reveals something even more calculated. Secret number 9. Free drinks aren't free. They're strategic. Former beverage managers have pulled back the curtain on one of the casino industry's most effective player retention tools. And what they're revealing should make every gambler think twice before accepting that complimentary cocktail. According to detailed documentation from insider sources, casinos don't just track your gambling patterns. They track your drink orders against those patterns. IT building profiles that identify exactly how alcohol affects your betting behavior. Based on reports from former floor managers, players betting high denominations receive drink offers 60% faster than low-denomination players. The economics are coldly calculated. A $12 cocktail is a trivial expense if it keeps someone playing who's losing $200 per hour. But the manipulation goes far deeper than simple economics. Alcohol impairs your frontal lobe function, the exact brain region responsible for risk assessment and impulse control. Former cocktail service managers reveal that servers make rounds every 15 to 20 minutes, a timing specifically designed to keep players in a state of continuous mild intoxication without appearing to overserve. Frank's story illustrates this perfectly. He was a former aerospace engineer who made decisions involving millions of dollars in his professional life, Decisions that required careful analysis and risk calculation. But after 3 vodka cranberries delivered at precise intervals by attentive cocktail servers, he lost $8,000 making bets he would never make sober. A former floor manager was brutally honest when interviewed. "We're not serving drinks, we're serving disinhibition." According to documentation from insider sources, some casinos allegedly track which specific players increase their betting after alcohol consumption, yet flagging these individuals for priority beverage service. Former employees report that cocktail servers receive training that teaches them to prioritize players showing signs of frustration or hesitation, the exact moments when impaired judgment becomes most profitable for the house. While casinos maintain policies against over-serving intoxicated guests, former staff members report that enforcement is inconsistent at best, and the priority is always keeping players at their machines. Your judgment isn't just being impaired by alcohol, it's being systematically compromised as part of a calculated retention strategy. But wait until you hear about the actual buttons on the machine itself, because secret number 10 reveals a design choice that can devastate your bankroll in a single accidental moment. Secret number 10. The Bet Max button is your worst enemy. Former game designers expose that maximum bet buttons exist for one primary reason: to drain bankrolls faster. According to programming documentation, these buttons are positioned for convenience, but the convenience comes at a devastating cost. Max bet buttons often increase wagers by 5 to 10 times your usual bet with a single press. And according to insider reports, they're ergonomically positioned where tired, intoxicated, or distracted players are most likely to accidentally hit them. Former employees estimate that 15 to 20% of max bets are accidental. And unlike online gambling platforms that require bet confirmation, physical slot machines execute max bets instantly with no verification screen. Linda's experience is horrifyingly common. She'd been betting 75 cents per spin for about an hour when she accidentally brushed the max bet button while reaching for her drink. The machine instantly executed a $15 spin, 20 times her normal wager. She didn't notice immediately, and by the time she realized what happened, she'd lost $180 at a bet level she never intended to play. Former slot technicians reveal something even more disturbing. Some machines have max bet buttons with slightly larger touch zones than other buttons, making accidental activation more likely. Once players hit max bet, some continue at that elevated level due to simple muscle memory and pattern behavior, never consciously deciding to increase their risk, but doing so anyway because the machine made it effortless. Online casinos often require bet confirmation specifically to prevent this exploitation, but physical casino slots offer no such protection. One accidental button press can devastate your bankroll instantly, and casinos don't refund mistakes. And if you think that's bad, Secrets 11 and 12 reveal something even more sinister about how the entire system is designed to deceive you. Secret number 11. Slot tournaments are rigged, but not how you think. Former tournament coordinators have revealed something that completely changes how you should view those promotional slot tournaments. Casinos advertise so heavily. According to documentation from insider sources, tournament machines run on completely different servers than the slots on the regular casino floor. Based on reports from former technical staff, live tournament slot machines often operate with return-to-player percentages between 92 and 95%, significantly higher than the 86 to 90% you'll find on standard floor machines. That sounds like great news, like the casino is finally giving you a fair shake. But here's the catch that makes the whole thing a calculated trap. Entry fees, strict time limitations, might and psychological pressure completely negate whatever mathematical advantage those higher percentages might offer. Let's break down the economics that former tournament coordinators want you to understand. You pay a $50 entry fee for 20 minutes of play at 5 cents per spin. To actually capitalize on that improved return-to-player percentage, you'd need to complete 1,000 spins or more. But tournament time limits mean you'll only get maybe 200 to 300 spins maximum. You're paying for access to better odds you'll never have time to realize. According to reports from former employees, tournament machines are also set to extremely high volatility, meaning big wins are theoretically possible but statistically rare in the limited time you're given. But the psychological manipulation is what makes tournaments truly insidious. Not those short time limits encourage frantic, aggressive play that doesn't stop when the tournament ends. Robert paid $100 to enter a weekend tournament, didn't place in the money, and then spent $600 on regular floor machines trying to win back his entry fee. A former marketing director was brutally honest about the strategy. Tournaments aren't profit centers, they're commercials. The excitement generates energy that spreads across the entire casino floor. And tournament winners are celebrated with loud announcements and flashing lights specifically to create false hope in everyone watching. Former floor managers report that most tournament participants lose their entry fee with zero chance of recovery because the structure makes sustained play impossible. And there's a hidden cost nobody calculates. The time you spend in tournaments is time away from work, away from family, time that has value you're sacrificing. Even when casinos appear to give you an advantage, they've already calculated how to profit from your participation. But here's a secret that affects every single spin you'll ever make, whether you're in a tournament or playing the regular floor. Secret number 12. The random number generator isn't really random. Former mathematicians and slot technicians reveal something that should fundamentally change how you think about slot machine outcomes. According to programming documentation obtained from insider sources, random number generators are what's technically called pseudo-random, not truly random in the pure mathematical sense. These systems use extraordinarily complex algorithms, starting from seed numbers. And while outcomes are completely unpredictable to players, they're deterministic to the algorithm itself. Based on insider reports, random number generator cycles can be millions or even billions of numbers long, but they do eventually repeat. The systems pass every regulatory test for randomness. They're random enough for legal purposes, but former cryptographers are clear about the distinction. It's as random as anyone needs it to be, but it's not random in the mathematical pure sense. Here's why this matters more than you think. With sufficient data and enough computing power, random number generator patterns could theoretically be predicted. Casinos aren't worried about this possibility because the computational resources required exceed what any individual player could ever possess. But it's happened before. A Eastern European gambling syndicate in 2017 allegedly predicted slot outcomes by analyzing random number generator patterns across multiple casinos. After that case became public, casinos modified their systems, but the fundamental truth remains. Every spin's outcome was already determined the moment you press that button. Former game designers pose an uncomfortable philosophical question. If outcomes are predetermined by an algorithm, are you really gambling or just discovering what was already decided? There's something deeply unsettling about the illusion of chance when the outcome is algorithmically locked before the reels even start spinning. Even the randomness you're counting on is controlled, calculated, and ultimately just another tool in the house's comprehensive system of advantages. And now for the final secret, the one that changes everything you thought you understood about walking away from a slot machine. Secret number 13. Casinos. Know exactly when you're about to quit and they stop you. This final revelation exposes the most sophisticated player retention system ever deployed on a casino floor. And what former data analysts are revealing should fundamentally change how you think about walking away from a machine. According to documentation from insider sources, modern casinos use artificial intelligence systems to analyze comprehensive player patterns and predict what they call exit behavior with terrifying accuracy. Former surveillance operators report that these systems flag dozens of specific indicators: checking your phone, looking at your watch, stacking your remaining credits, decreasing your bet sizes, even subtle shifts in your posture that suggest you're preparing to stand up. Machine data streams show reduced betting velocity, smaller wagers, longer gaps between spins, and algorithms process all of this in real time, identifying the exact moment you're psychologically preparing to leave. But prediction is only half of the system. Based on reports from former floor managers, casinos deploy multiple calculated intervention strategies the instant quit signals are detected. You'll receive immediate comp offers for free meals, show tickets, or room upgrades delivered directly to your player card. Oh, a cocktail server will appear within minutes offering a special drink. A slot attendant will materialize at your side mentioning a hot machine nearby. Your loyalty app will send a notification that bonus points are expiring soon. You'll get promotional free spin offers loaded onto your card. Former employees report these interventions typically occur within 2 to 3 minutes of quit signal detection, and the timing isn't coincidence. It's algorithmic precision. Patricia experienced this exact system without understanding what was happening. She decided to leave after losing $400, and she was literally standing up from her chair when her phone buzzed with a notification. $25 in free play expiring in 30 minutes. She sat back down, used the free play, and stayed another 2 hours chasing losses. She left the casino having lost an additional $600. According to internal data obtained by former analysts, my intervention strategy successfully retained 40 to 60% of players who showed quit signals. Former casino consultants reveal that high hold machines are strategically positioned near exits specifically to catch one more spin behavior from players who've already decided to leave. The psychological exploitation is calculated with brutal efficiency. Quitting requires willpower, and these systems target the exact moment that willpower is being exercised. She hitting you with offers designed to break your resolve. A former casino executive was shockingly candid during an anonymous interview. The most profitable moment isn't when they're winning or losing, it's when they're about to leave. These comprehensive surveillance and intervention systems identify your most vulnerable psychological states and exploit them in real time. Players have no idea they're being monitored at this level. No disclosure that their body language and behavioral patterns are triggering automated retention protocols. Former floor staff report feeling genuinely disturbed watching elderly players on fixed incomes be retained through these tactics. Watching the system identify their hesitation and deploy precisely calibrated offers to keep them playing just a little bit longer. You now possess 13 insider secrets that casinos spent millions of dollars developing systems to hide from you. This is knowledge that former employees spent years accumulating, information they're sharing because they watch these tactics destroy lives from the inside. This isn't about telling you to stop gambling. It's about gambling with your eyes open, understanding exactly what you're up against every single time you walk onto a casino floor. If this information was valuable, subscribe right now for more insider casino secrets that could save you thousands. Drop a comment telling me which secret shocked you most because these tactics are completely legal, but that doesn't make them fair. This is information from people who saw these systems from the inside and decided the truth was more important than their non-disclosure agreements. Remember, the house always has an edge, but now you know exactly what that edge looks like, how it functions, and how it's deployed against you every single moment you're playing. Stay informed, gamble responsibly, and I'll see you in the next video.